Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. I am back here with Aguti to find out what needs to be doing here in the waterworks.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment.
I am curious to know more about what lurks in the depths of the waterworks. I have identified three major forms of creature here: toads, lizards, and spiders, all of them vile, creeping things. I want to know more about them, however, and how we might stem their growth. If you would bring me back some examples of the specimens, I should be able to determine who eats what, and perhaps I can find a way to pit them against each other. You can find the creatures all throughout the waterworks. I would like to see these vermin distracted from their appetite for my kinsmen. Now, what I find that's interesting here is they do not have the salamanders on this list, even though those are all over the place and pretty vile. And of course, the turtles aren't on the list. Turtles are understandable because they were added later, probably after this quest was designed, and I'm sure they didn't want to redesign it to have you going after 4 different kinds of creatures, but I need samples of 8 of these. Alright? And what do you need?
Stay a moment. We will need your aid against the orcs of Moria.
I'm not going down to the banks again. Not after what those leeches did to my legs the last time. I have a solution that I believe will get rid of them, but I will not try it. If you want to go down to the water and pour it in, you may feel free to do so. There are 4 places that are particularly bad, all near dead goblins. The corpses are probably their primary food source, when they can't find my legs, of course. Head down to the west, and you'll find the leech-infested water just beneath the rotting cellar. Righty, I could do that, and I see another one over here. I know what he wants. Hello?
If only the elves were not so stiff-necked, we might make a swift victory of this endeavor.
Welcome to the rotting cellar. But I would not become too comfortable here. How do you become too comfortable in a place called the rotting cellar? Well, anyway, there is a strange fungus spreading throughout these deeps, and it threatens the expedition's success. We are not certain whence it came, but I have my suspicions. I believe the fungus is spreading through the water. We must know where this growth is coming from. Take this strip of cloth and dip it in the waters below. If it changes color, then things are indeed quite bad. Return to me with the results. Okie dokie, I think that's it, so I just need to head downstairs. I'll take the sample first, turn that in, then we'll do the main bulk of the quest. Alright, we need to go this way since he doesn't have our quest yet. So down in here, so all I want to do is take the quick sample since the others 2 would require me to go a little bit deeper, though. It looks like I've got a toad here who wants to be my first specimen to collect. This looks like a good spot to use the strip. Yeah, I'm sure it is a fine spot to use the strip. Yeah, well, I'll use the strip. Good. It turns green as the water soaks it. That is never good. It turned green.
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
So it is the water. That disturbs me indeed, but perhaps to our advantage. I must ponder this information further. Orcs are tricky foes, but I have never had to fight a fungus growth like this before. Well, that's true. Well, now let's see about pouring in that water and collecting some samples, because apparently I didn't get a good sample from that frog. Probably was too busy trying to keep this, preparing the handkerchief to bring back. Well, I found another toad. Hey, maybe I can get a good sample off of this one. Or will it rot away too before I could get a good one? Oh, okay, that's a good sample. See, here we go. For some reason, he doesn't want any samples of salamanders. Why not? You would think that the salamanders are something that would be good to know. Maybe he doesn't know about the salamanders? He's probably so magenta when he saw one of them that he didn't notice them. That's always a possibility. Now, where are those? Right, oh, here's the first goblin right here. Alright, I see some leeches in the water. Used the newt toxin. Why would you use... I must not have read that very clearly, because why would you use a newt toxin only? Maybe it's a toxin made from newts, because I strongly doubt that the leeches are newts, right? Ah, a spider. So many useful things for spiders. Of course, we have this quest. But we also have that, I have, of course, a Moria deed that is going to need completing at some point. And on top of that, I have my racial deed that I still have enmity of the spiders 3 to complete. So all sorts of things I could do with this now. Ah, there is the third goblin right over here. Or more likely the fourth one, considering the numbering scheme that they're using here. Actually, that was the first. Why is the first doing so far out? Ah, I finally found one of the lizards. Good. Because it wouldn't be good to get samples of 2 of the creatures and not bring one for the third. Those things die quickly. Whee! Now, I need one more toad. Or some other creature in order to finish this off. And it looks like... Right, that's the last of those that I need. But I am right next to the main spider nest. And there is absolutely... Why did I throw a javelin at that one? Look at the spider! I throw the javelin backwards. That's not how you throw a javelin. Anyway, the idea here is to kill off the spiders in this area since they're numerous, and maybe help with my spider-related deeds. Then, when I am satisfied with my quota for the day, then I shall see you back at the rotting cellar. I am whittling down my spiders for enmity of the spiders 3. I have only 15 more of those, and I'm sure to finish those up by the time I get through here in the waterworks. So that's good, but more importantly, I also am getting pretty close to finishing one of my class deeds. And there we go, yep. Completed Master of the Shield. And what's nice about that is all I have left is Class D's Tier 8, 2 of 3. I need Dark Before Dawn, which does not unlock till level 60. So that means I have managed to complete all of the opened Class Ds. And I'm wondering how many characters have I ever had that actually managed to do that, because I had a character on Landreval that managed to finish, I think, didn't until last week. This is a level 120 character, and not until last week finished the tier 1 group because of one of the ones I've forgotten there. So I am keeping track on there, which is nice. Now it's time to get back to the rotting cellar. I tried out that toxin for you.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for Dine Ironfoot.
So you spread it everywhere where you saw the leeches? Excellent! Hopefully soon it will be safe to explore once more. Yeah. It's to think what type of shape my toes are in. Apparently they didn't like Hobbit all that much. Either that or that toxin did it. You're looking to repair the statue, yes? I believe I saw some oak storing the torso deep into the waterworks, probably towards the Chamber of Dark Water, south of here. Ooh! Alright, I'll have to keep track of that.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
These samples are exactly what I need to break the mysteries of the waterworks. With these, I can figure out our feeding hierarchy and determine the most effective creature for us to strike. Okay.
Oh, glorious day. We shall soon restore Moria.
I studied the samples you brought me and have determined how we can best thin out everything down here in one single stroke. The deep toads are the key to the survival of the lizards and the spiders. To strike the deep toads would be to strike their predators as well. How? Well, the lizards are unaffected by the venom of the spiders, and the spiders cannot weaken them, making them undesirable for food for the spiders. I don't know, I think with the size difference and catching them in webs, they could still do it effectively, in my opinion, but that's another matter. Also, the lizards have enough cunning to avoid the webs of the... Oh well, so much of that hypothesis. Yes, the toads, on the other hand, are nearly mindless in contrast. Lizard and spider alike have little difficulty in trapping and devouring the toads. I am just trying to imagine these lizards trapping the toads, but that's another matter. If you remove the toads, the spiders and lizards will have no choice but to fall upon each other. Well, there are also the turtles and the salamanders. You're not... Okay, the turtles may be hard to kill because of their thick shells, and the salamanders breathe fire, so perhaps there's a little bit... Alright, fine, I'll kill some toads for you. Apparently this guy wants to talk to me now.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
The goblins keep smashing the dwarf lamps. Without them, we cannot safely find our way through the halls and move supplies between the camps that we have established throughout Khazad-dûm. We either have to find more materials to craft more lamps or find a replacement. The latter may be easier, now that I think of it. I believe we can use bits of glass spider legs to replace the crystals. In order to do this, though, I need a great many of those legs. If you would, go out and hunt down some glass spiders and bring me their legs. You can find a good many of the beasts in the Lost Palace, right, because that's where I just came from. But that'll give me a good chance to get those last 8 spiders I need in order to complete my Enmity of the Spiders 3, and I think that will be it for my racials, right? Yeah, it is the only racial trait that I do not have. And which one is that? That is the Hobbit Resilience. Oh yeah, that's the +2 hope, which is always a nice thing to have around on occasion, right? There we go. Now, I'm supposed to kill toads, but in order to reach the toads, I'm going to have to kill a turtle or 3. Somehow get through this carapace that's, ouch, on its back. Ah, now here's a toad. Now, I do wonder though, I would presume then that the lizards not only are immune to the venom from the spiders, but also from the shiny happy world thing that is exuding out of these hypnotoads. Hey, there you go. 2 down, more to go. Back to the Lost Palace, where I'm sure I'll find plenty of spiders to both get some legs and to complete my deed. And in fact, in order for me to complete the quest, I am going to have to complete the deed because I need only 8 more spiders to get my deed complete, but I need 10 legs, and even with the 100% drop rate, which I can't be completely sure on, I'll still need to kill more spider seeds. I don't think anyone has more than one leg. I know, despite the fact that it says get 8 collect spider legs, I can only guess that either A, you break a good many of them and make them useless, so you'll have only 1 leg from each. Or the other possibility, of course, is that you're collecting sets of legs from each one, rather than just individual legs, which, considering how many lamps there are and stuff like that, that's not beyond a reasonable possibility. You know, that's 5 down. Hey, we want to... Now I can use whatever I want and not have to worry about which ones I need to do for the deeds. Alright. I just also need to remember all these gambits. Yes, you don't always remember them all. Completed! Enmity of the Spiders 3. 8 legs down, 2 more to go, and I'm sure to find a couple legs up. Well, I'll find them in sets of 8. That's what I'll find them in. And here's a set here. And once I do that, I have to go back to toad hunting. Toads everywhere. Of course, I still need the Moria deed. 35 out of 100. Many more spiders to kill before I get that deed finished. Whee! Well, at least that finishes the quest. Here you go. I found some spider legs for you.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Yes, looking at these, they may do well for shoddy replacements. Thank you for not breaking them into too many pieces. You're welcome. You're welcome. I killed those toads for you.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
Excellent work, Pineleaf. I have faith that soon the creatures of the waterworks will no longer be a threat, and we will be able to retake it with ease. If you say so. Whatever. I'll just grab my club and be gone. Now, what next? Actually, maybe I should turn these in the opposite direction, because I think now... Yeah, now he has a follow-up. He didn't have one before. Yes?
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
I polished up and tinkered with these glass spider legs as much as I can. There is not more that I could do. Either they will work, or we'll be wandering in the dark. Unfortunately, I have too much to do here, or I will repair the lamps myself. I will have to leave that task in your capable hands. The posts are all over Gabu Moos, southwest of here. Go there and repair those lampposts. Righto. Ah, this is where I need to bring those legs. Apparently that's not one of the lamps he wants me to repair. The receptacle apparently isn't in good shape either, so I can't put any there, but I'm sure I'll find plenty of places to repair these, assuming that I can see anything more than magenta hallucinations or anything like... Ah, there's one right there. Nice and shiny. Or is that the byproduct of the toads? Well, yeah, it looks like a shattered crystal to me. And there you go. Nice and shiny. And it's just not the toads talking. Oh, goblin runners. I'll be needing these guys later. Much, much, much later. There you go. And another one of these. And then just 6 more and I'll be done. I installed those spider legs for you and they are glowing.
May Durin return soon to his holes.
So they worked. I never doubted my craftsmanship. Never had a doubt. Oh, sure. All right. Let's see. Well, actually, that's a pretty good set of shoulders there. Whee! Where are they? Ah, here they are. Ah, good. That's all that they have for me at the moment, but I'm sure that they'll have some more tasks for me to do the next time I'm visiting the rotting cellar, which will be sooner than I would prefer. But next time, we are going to be meeting once again in the 21st hall, where I am going to return this little trinket that I found in the webs while I was in the Lost Palace. And that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.